Hello everyone and welcome back to Matchbox Memories. Today we're going to have a look at the first mix of Matchbox moving parts vehicles. I finally completed this mix. I know we looked at a couple of vehicles from this mix before, the BMW Cabrio as well as the Jeep with the two surfboards on top. But here are some of the other vehicles from that set that I never found, and I'm excited to unbox them and have a closer look at them. Alright, let's start off by looking at a casting we've seen before, the 1991 Mitsubishi Pajero. It came out in a blue, and now we have it in this emerald green. The box we've seen before, this style, same as the mixes from 2025, but let's open this up and have a quick look at this vehicle. It actually took me forever to find this Pajero and the Lexus GX. In fact, I never found them personally. One of my friends, my friend Will, was in the US, and I think he was at a Fred Meyer's, or it might have been a Walmart, and they had put up this mix, and he was able to get those two cars that I was looking for. But anyway, here it is. Here is that Pajero, beautiful casting. Just going to bring it closer to camera. Look at that. Moving part is the doors, which open. And that's really nice. Look at that. Detail back. Gray interior. Sun moonroof. Detail front. And boom. Not too much of a gap. A little bit of gap still there on the door, but generally just a beautiful vehicle. Spare tire in this gray color. It's probably some sort of a cover on it, I would guess, but yeah. The only thing they didn't finish was they could have put details on these lights here, which they didn't do, unfortunately, but still, I think it's a beautiful casting. And as I mentioned before, there has been one other version, and this is the other version in blue and cream two-tone version, also fully detailed. Right-hand drive. Really nice. Growing up in Sri Lanka, I definitely saw a lot of these on the roads. Mitsubishi Pajero. What a pair. Same number plate, unfortunately, on both vehicles. It'd be nice if they put a different number plate on each variation of any vehicle, really. And then the only other Pajero I really wanted to show you guys was the Hot Wheels Boulevard version, which is a premium version of Hot Wheels vehicles. It's a Walmart exclusive line, and this is actually quite nice as well. This one's actually a Pajero Evolution, so a slightly different model. Of course, this came as a Super Treasure Hunt, and I have that Super Treasure Hunt loose as well, but I didn't pull it. But yeah, even more detail on this version of it. Yeah, just a beautiful vehicle. I love collecting these. They remind me of my childhood, and yeah, what a great addition to the Matchbox lineup. All right, next vehicle I want to look at is this 2004 Honda S2000. We've seen this a few times now. I think it's come in both the moving part and premium lines. First time we've seen it with livery. So let's have a look at this and see what it's all about. All right, so this is the sixth version of this vehicle that Matchbox has produced. I think 5 of them have been moving parts vehicles, and we've had one premium version of this vehicle. This one's actually really nice. Unfortunately, the back's not done. Left-hand drive, red interior, two-tone paint with this black bonnet. Of course, the moving part is the hood or bonnet. And there it is. somewhat detailed engine components. Side livery, wheels with this, with the red on the hubs. Nice little car, well designed. Unfortunately the back's not done, it makes it look quite plain. And that M is typically on the chase of Matchbox vehicles. So that's the M that we see on the packaging for most of the chases we see in the Matchbox lineup. This one definitely isn't a chase. It's not often you see that symbol on there. The chase vehicles have a SC on it. I've also noticed that M on some of the Skybuster planes. And at first I thought they were chase versions, but I don't think they are. Nice little vehicle, and then just a quick look at some of the other versions they've put out. And those are the 6 versions. As you can see, none of the others have side livery. This version we just looked at is the first version with side livery, or sort of a two-tone, black bonnet versus a white body paint color. All the others are just a single paint color, as you can see. The green one here is probably the rarest, the hardest to find. It is a Japan exclusive. The blue one and the white one are just moving parts. The red one, also quite pricey, quite difficult to find. This one's actually a premium from the collectors, Matchbox collectors line, to 2004 Honda Civic S2000. You can see the rubber wheels with the thread there and the white hubcaps. And similar paint style on the different engine components. Plastic base though. And the yellow one, of course, moving parts vehicle as well. So there they are, guys. I quite like this casting. I'm not sure if I need any more of these in my collection. I think my collection is whole on this particular casting. So let's move on and look at the next vehicle. All right, next I want to have a look at this 2024 Dodge Charger Daytona. It looks black from a distance, but it's actually a very dark navy blue, metal flake navy blue, as you can see there. Let's open it up and have a look at it. There it is out of the packaging. It's actually quite a nice vehicle. I always find these new vehicles, the light's just not big enough, and that's true to the real car as well. I guess the light technology has improved to a point where you don't need these massive lights. You can have these tinier lights, but I think it takes away from the aesthetics of the vehicle, especially on SUVs with big vehicles with almost no lights. Really does very little for me. So you can see the moving part is the doors that open. Look at that, the gaps are getting quite good now. Almost no gap at all. Left-hand drive, black interior, decent set of tires, detailed back, black base, 2024 Dodge Charger RT. This is the second version of this vehicle that Matchbox has created. Left-hand drive, as you would expect. That's really, really nice. Really, really nice, but also somewhat simple in many ways. And of course the first version that came out in this red. I think true to the real car, but unfortunately the real car could use a bit of a facelift, I think. All right, next I'm going to have a look at the Lexus, the 2024 Lexus GX. Seen this one before as well. Second version of this vehicle that they have released. Another one I couldn't find, and that's why it took me so long to make this video. This mix actually didn't come to Vancouver too many times. And I think this mix actually had that chase. So it was the red Land Rover convertible chase. So this just disappeared off the shelves, and I got the first two cars, but some of them were just really hard to find. But anyways, glad I got this. This is the second version of this vehicle. Let's open it up, have a look at it, and then compare it to the first. Once again, it's the doors that are the moving part. Once again, I feel like the lights are just a touch too small. And by a touch, I mean about 50% too small. I feel like, and it's true, the real vehicle is nothing to do with the designers. Just these ultra powerful lights just don't need to be as big as they used to, but it takes away from the face of the car, I think. This one's really nice, well detailed, emblems, grille, lights, all done. A little bit of a gap still between the doors there. Fully detailed back as well. Might have been nice to have a tow hook on this one. Left-hand drive, the 2024 Lexus GS. Oof, took a tumble. And there's the first version of it. I think the color is a little bit more interesting. I'm never super excited about gray cars. I don't think I'd drive a car in this color either, this beige, but not sure I'd drive one in gray. To date, every car that I have ever owned has been either white or black. I'm not sure I'm gonna in any kind of hurry to change that. There they are, beautiful vehicle. This is the second Lexus SUV we've seen. We also saw the LX, this is the GX. I didn't pull the LX out, but you can just Google it if you haven't seen it before, and there have been a few, 2 or 3 versions of that LX as well now. All right, last car from that first mix is a new vehicle, a new casting for 2026, probably the most exciting vehicle in this mix. The 1964 Porsche 911. The simplicity of the body style and the engineering, absolutely phenomenal. Given the era they were made in. Let's open this up and have a closer look at it. I actually didn't find this vehicle on the pegs either, but I was able to trade it with a friend of mine at a toy show last month. So I've had this for a while, just waiting for the Pajero and the Lexus so I can make this video, but there it is. Look at this beautiful vehicle. Looks like it is the engine, which is at the back on a Porsche. That is the moving part. And look at that detailed engine, number plates, lights, back grille is detailed as well. Simple but beautiful. Really well designed. Good angles. Really hard to create these angles on these small die-cast vehicles. I think they could have found a better set of wheels. It looked a little bit big, but wheels did look a little big on the older Porsches. Yeah, this is really nice. Nothing to compare it to, guys, because as I mentioned earlier, this is a debut version of this particular casting. Beautiful. And that's it for this video, guys. I hope you've enjoyed it. Sorry for the delay. It took forever. I think I've done Matchbox Moving Parts Mix 3 already. I had to sort of revert back and get Mix 1 in order. So I've done that now. And I also have Mix 4 right next to me. So in the next few days, I hope I have an opportunity to make a video on Mix 4. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please do so. As always, I appreciate the support. And don't forget to hit the like button on YouTube. Thank you.